This past summer I went to Phillips Exeter Academy to learn about the Harkness teaching method, and that's a method that employs students sitting around a table like this, a large table, boardroom style table, and interacting with the readings that they've had to do. The idea, the philosophy behind it is that students have a lot to say and a lot of knowledge that they can share with one another that may not emerge in a typical classroom setting, but that they can share insights about readings, they can share ideas and personal experiences that they may not have an opportunity to do that if a teacher is up front teaching all the time.
But he still knows like what things are. And almost everyone's taught at a young age that like this is a pencil, that's an apple. It's not like in Plato's allegory of the cave where they don't know what it is and they have to sort of guess what it is. He already has some idea.
The role changes. If I'm going to be just an observer in this kind of setting, it's no longer me who is the master of the material, but the students have to become the master of the material. So my job is to select really strong thinking pieces that students can prepare in advance, that they can interact with. I always ask them to come up with several questions and several kind of challenges in the reading, maybe some quotations that they would like to bring up at the table and discuss, maybe something they didn't really understand fully, maybe something that they've actually felt a kind of knee-jerk reaction to and they want to discuss. So my role isn't even so much of a facilitator, it's teaching them how to be interactive with one another, teaching them how to ask good questions, teaching them how to really dig in with analytical thinking, probing thinking, and engage with one another. Certainly that is where my strength has come in now, having had more training. How do I get them to really engage with great questions? When I used it last year and I hadn't had training at it, I found it difficult to get a conversation that sustains some momentum. So that's part of what I'm trying to do right now, is build in that confidence that I have something to offer to the table and what I have to say is of value. Learning how to solicit better answers or better engagement from the students, that'll be something that will work. And I've also learned some techniques of bringing in students who are reluctant participants. So it has really strengthened my use of the table for sure. The students themselves are forced to critique their own ideas, and then they've got to give a defense. And I think that's the strongest element of this discussion model, is that students actually have to learn to voice their own defense for their answers. You can get kids talking, and that's the philosophy. Get them talking, get them thinking orally, get them speaking and voicing their opinions and their reasoned analyses. And I think that is a strength that when they graduate and they go on into leadership positions in the world, and that's what we're trying to build, is leadership skills, they're going to have to be able to speak to others. They're going to have to learn how to cooperate. They're going to have to learn how to solicit feedback from others and help bring that together and create some kind of cohesion, consensus, and something that draws the group together in a collaborative manner.